don't think that any stream would work if critique doesn't show up to help me out. I practically need like a technical assistant to make anything work. But then that's perfect, because then I can just make that explanation of what's going to happen when I get down there anyway, as I intended anyway. All right, so here is the dialogue. Balthazar now is with me in the Shadowfell. I expect this to be a party. And regarding the dialogue, it's not really that important. He is down there. So let's go down there. Going to try to be as thorough as humanly possible when it comes to explaining what I'm doing. And also to be very, very careful here. If this guy can't come along, that is a disaster. There is a hand. Good. Don't want to play without my earth elemental friend for sure. Right. Okay, so, oh wait, I need to go down here before... And there he is. Big man. Alright. Okay, so at this point I'm going to be ready to do a couple of buffs here. Now what is important for the fight here is that you already have the jump so that you can jump far. Let me just quickly check what happens when I equip something else. How does that affect the jump range? Do not think the fight is going to start here. No, it's not. Right, so this is the jump range, and then the stick here. Jump range is slightly farther. Slightly farther. And the reason why I'm contemplating is you don't want to begin the fight by going down there. I'm going to go over this in a moment, what the considerations are for this fight, because basically the opening can be very dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. So that's definitely something that I need to make sure that I do not fuck up. All right. Okay. So before the fight starts, I'm going to do a little bit of pre-buffing here. Balthazar is probably going to beat me to the initiative, which is why I'm settling for my 18 dex, because I prefer to have the arcane synergy diadem online here, and I'm not going to switch in anything else, and this is pretty much the setup that I'm going to go with. So I'm going to cast the protection from good and evil here. And the big hope is that this buff will carry, but we'll have to see. And then probably I will be wearing, where was it? Was it the magic missile amulet? I think no, that this is the items. You don't want to use the items at this point, because any items that you use, any abilities on items that you use will not be refreshed inside of the Illithid Mind Flayer colony, which is why it's a very important consideration to me now that I can't use any of those buffs, including the sunbeam that I need to very, very gracefully conserve to the for the right moment. So let's just quickly see. Probably it's going to be an amulet with a passive effect. Do we have anything in here? No. This is not it. Okay. So the healing word restoration, but that's something that I just want to have like in the back hand for something very important. Probably I'll just equip the Spine Shutter amulet, which in principle could put the hurt on Balthazar if it comes to that. And then let's check one thing. No, this is not a place where I can actually summon undead. Okay, I can, from a pile of bones, I can actually summon undead, but do I want to? Probably I actually do want to do that. The consideration at this point, right now I have generally the buffs that I want for this encounter. Any other buffs are going to be, I need them for later, so I can't use my spell slots for this fight. That's the idea. Okay, I'm going to go over the setup now, what the plan is, what I hope will happen, and how I propose to go about this fight in general in the best case scenario. I also have a video with me fighting Balthazar in the Shadowfell as a dual wielding fighter, which was very, very easy, but it is an entirely different setup than what I can get on the warlock. So, quick overview. This is Wyll. He's a level 9 warlock, the fiend. He has Pact of the Tome as his background, enabling the haste spell, the animate death spell, and also the couple of other smaller things. Then he is a level 9, so he's access to the Conjure Elemental as part of his Eldritch Invocation setup, which is very important to me. Other invocations are Eldritch Blast, Agonizing Blast, extra charisma damage on the Agonizing Blast. The other bonus is pushing, Repelling Blast, pushing with the Eldritch Blast, and then the Devil Sight for sight inside of magical darkness. Those are the 4 Eldritch invocations. Outside of that, the gear setup is as follows. I have the Forbidden Knowledge from the tome that you get in Act 1, which is a very beneficial round of saving throws. I have the Diadem of Arcane Synergy, and enabling my charisma modifier, which is 24 with everything combined, to gain arcane synergy, meaning that my spellcasting modifier will be added to my attack rolls with the weapons, and this is going to be very beneficial, enabling my bonus action in a very, very strong way. Just very briefly, it's a full brain, which means that abilities like Color the Weak, Repulsor are going to be part of the idea. Also Psionic Backlash and Ability Drain, of course. All of these will be used potentially in this fight. Considering my options, I might use some of those, but those will be restored once I get to the Illithid Mind Flayer pod. Then I am using Cloak of Protection and the Ring of Protection, which are just great. The Potent Robes for added damage to my Eldritch Blasts with Charisma modifier. Gloves of Dexterity, adding to my armor class, as well as +1 to my attack rolls. Very beneficial. Right now, the Evasive Shoes for extra armor. Armor is going to be very key for me here. I don't want to be hit as little as possible, if possible. Then currently the Club of Hillgiant Strength, because this has to do with how I want to open the fight, but this might change. The Adamantine Shield, because when they miss, they're going to be reeling and no critical hits can land, and this is pretty important because Balthazar can, in principle, deal a lot of damage with his attack. Then, as a very key component here, is the Ring of Poison Damage. Of course, you can grab yourself an elixir if that's what you want. But anyway, getting that poison resistance is absolutely crucial, because all of Balthazar's attacks, apart from when he runs out of spell slots, are poison based. and he is going to be landing. He's going to be landing on the single target ray of, what is the name? The poison spell, the level 1 poison spell. But he's going to upcast that to level 5-ish. Yes, critique. This is part of the. That's part of the fight explanation. Some of the monsters here are able to push, and that is basically what can kill you here. But you have to go about that in a strategic way, and by the end of turn 3, hopefully, that's no longer a problem. But I'll get back into what the mobs down here do in a moment. So get the poison resistance. Just make sure you have that. That is absolutely crucial. The Spine Shotter Amulet is going to be able to potentially reverb Balthazar, disabling him maybe a little bit, but this is not very key to the strategy here. In the weapon section, I have the hand crossbow as main hand, but that's only to make space for the Nair Misser in the offhand, which is, I think, on most accounts, one of the best weapons in the entire game because of the fact that it deals force damage, which, with the diadem of arcane synergy, the charisma bonus, all of the decks and whatnot, is going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage on. Even though it does not say that it's a lot of damage, it will deal a lot of damage, and that's a fact. So now for this fight, I'm going to bring in my Earth Elemental. So here's the consideration: Balthazar has an insane initiative, which is why, in the best of all worlds, what you want to do. I'm going to explain what the monsters do the second that we get into the fight. So remind me if I don't do that. So what you want to do in this fight is that you want to put a little bit of space between you and all of the skeletons. Meaning, if you position yourselves in the middle, you're asking for it. Balthazar likes to cast his Cloud Kill spell, which is very dangerous, and even with resists, you're going to take damage. The other thing he's going to do is he's going to cast Ray of Sickness, that's the word. The level 1 spell that he's going to upcast to the level 5, I think, ish. Isn't that correct? He's level 8, so that means he has level 4 spells. but that's what's going to happen, like so. And this is why and high AC is very, very beneficial here. This is not a high AC, but high AC is very, very beneficial in this fight, because then most of the fight is going to be trivialized by that. So that's one way I would definitely suggest: get armor class. But the idea here is my strategy is to try and get to the left side of the arena, because that means that a lot of the monsters that Balthazar is summoning in a moment are spawning up here. Some too are spawning here at this location, and then here and approximately here we're going to have apostate destroyers spawn. The apostate destroyers will push you as part of their action out of the arena, instantaneously killing you. So in the best of all worlds, to my knowledge, if you're able to jump all the way over here in 1 second, getting your back to the wall, yes, it's going to expose you to a bit of skeletal action in the early stages of the fight, but it's also going to put you in a very favorable position in terms of not instantaneously dying once the skeletons get their turn. Yeah, he's using the Cloud Kill spell, and I forget if that is it's as far as I know, it's 5d8 with the normal rules applied to it. The Cloud Kill, my experiences, and this is like the knowledge that I picked up from fighting here. I can't guarantee that this is the case. Balthazar doesn't seem very keen, at least with the setup that I was running on my fighter, to cast the Cloud Kill. So that means he's going to go into the attack roll with the Ray of Sickness. So both an attack and some kind of damage resistance is going to happen, which is very beneficial. So if there's only one target, there's a big chance that the mechanic is that he prefers the single target. But we'll talk about that once we get into the fight. It's going to be apparent very quickly if he prefers to do the one thing or the other thing. And then he still has his legendary action where he has the spectral aspect, but I think he also drops the damage pools after the skeletons die, but we'll have to see. So the problem here is that normally, and this is now I have the 19 strength, so that means the jump length is pretty far. But as you can see, I'm going to be landing right here, which is not very beneficial. What I'm considering is the Earth Elemental can trigger the fight. Do I want to go ahead and port into the middle of the fight, causing the fight to start, and having Wyll up here on this ledge, being able to attack here and destroy the 2 skeletons here, and then joining the fight later? Or do I prefer, and let's just see if I can't just, I think I can crouch in just a little bit. I don't think the fight is going to start here. Nope, it's not. Can I kind of, you know, get myself in there in another way? One thing I know works is that if you cast the jump spell, you're going to be able to get all the way to the edge here. And that is potentially what I need to do. My problem is, if I decide to do that, am I going to be missing the jump spell at a later point in this run? And that's the big worry. This is why I'm not proceeding as quickly as I normally would, because if I need that jump spell off of the ring at a later point in time in the Moonrise Tower attack, that's a problem. Probably I'm going to buff it because I'm a little bit worried that this is necessary. So, decision has been made. Right, and let us just see. So now that was, and now you can jump all the way, which is just to my experience very, very beneficial. I just want to check what happens if I equip the Blood of Lathander. And now the jump range is destroyed. So I am going to kickstart the fight now. So good luck and have fun, I'm guessing. Okay, that was a little bit interesting. Let's just go ahead and attack him then. That was very, very unexpected. So that in principle means I can even switch in my Blood of Lathander for this. I'm not complaining. Jesus Christ. I am not complaining. Right, so the animate death spell now becomes this has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. Okay, so do I want to spend a spell slot to counterspell the animate dead? In principle, that means he's not getting any of the skeletons out that he would normally do. I think not. There are 2 reasons for this. The psionic backlash is going to deal a lot of damage when he's casting a level 6 spell. That's one reason for it. The other reason for it is that if I counterspell, there's a chance I'm not getting any of the XP for killing the monsters, which I want. That's the one thing. The other problem is that I'm spending a spell slot. So we're going to go ahead and psionic backlash him. And so Balthazar is misty stepping away to a pretty favorable position already at less than half HP, and I'm going to be in the position of fighting the skeletons. We're going to talk about what the skeletons do. First of all, we have the librarians. All of these skeletons are very low HP, by the way. Librarian is casting the what is it called? The bone chill ability. That's its action. That's what it does. The sentinels are, I think, sword and board. It's a crossbow man, so he's shooting with his crossbow. Not very dangerous. Then we have the defender. The defender are basically low HP skeletons that they have a weapon, and are probably attacking with strength plus a bit of, I'm assuming, a bit of proficiency, but hopefully not hitting me that much. I don't have anything going for me in terms of any kind of armor of Agathis or anything, so I don't want to be hit preferably. And then finally we have the Apostate Destroyers. The Apostate Destroyers are basically the only problematic thing in this fight, outside of the Cloud Kill, obviously. The Apostate Destroyers enjoy pushing you into the abyss. This already happened to me once in a playthrough. So you want to make sure that you never position yourself, even with high strength and acrobatics and whatnot, close to the edge for them, and they will go for it. They are horrible. It's like fighting the Duergar. Balthazar is mostly going to spend his spell slots attempting to cast Ray of Sickness, is what I'm hoping on me, which needs an attack roll to succeed, and then applies poison damage, which is being resisted because of my gear setup, and also potentially the poison condition, which I also don't want on me, which is going to be giving me disadvantage and whatnot. But this is basically the fight. And hopefully what I'm hoping is that he's not casting Cloud Kill. So at this point, I need to consider my options. All of these monsters are going to come for me. They're not very dangerous. Not very dangerous. I'm very far away from Balthazar. He's already spending his spell slots on Misty Step, so already that's great for me. I'm not too worried yet. If they all swarm me, probably I'll try to repulse them with the effect of the Call of the Weak. That's going to be very effective. So I'm going to play it safely, move a little bit back. And also temporary HP plus 7 is from the potent ropes, so that's also going to play into my advantage. Probably I'm going to attack the Apostate Destroyer. Right. So I'm just going to check that one thing here. Right. Yeah. Favorable beginnings, and then the bless spell. The bless spell is that spell that I have like in yeah. All right. Let's go. So I'm going to stay as far away as humanly possible and end my turn. Oh, there's a blindness going in there. I think the psionic backlash will take care of that. And then we have 2 sentinels up here. And let's see if we can push them into the abyss. Okay, let's just... Okay. 2 HP. So I'm wondering if I should... If I can get close to Balthazar, I think that's a boon. I'm going to go here just to harass him a little bit. I don't mind it if the Earth Elemental takes a little bit of damage. And all of these skeletons are worth 60 XP. And I can count those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Approximately 20. So that's already 1,200 XP on the XP side alone for these. Oh, Ray of Frost is what they do. Okay, so he decides no action. That's also weird, actually. And I think I'm going to take this attack of opportunity. My odds should be good for this. And then I'm considering this one. It might actually even be overkill, but like this should return on the Illithid Mind flare pod. So I am going to cast this spell. This is extremely effective with Call of the Weak and also low HP monsters. And Balthazar now reacts with dead wastes down here, so that's already great for me. So I am going to just see if I can't bother that nice gentleman. Now the position is not as good as I wanted it to be. Don't think the skeleton can push me anywhere. We just have to hope for that not happening. Okay. And then going to go over here. No reason to taking any extra attacks if possible. The cloud kill could, in principle, I think, hit both me and the Earth Elemental at this point, which was not intentional. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen, because then now he's casting it. That would be impractical. Okay, so it killed itself and gave me no HP. That's annoying. Question is, do I want to psionic backlash the blind? The blind spell is... How annoying is this going to be? Because if Balthazar decides to cast, it's going to be too annoying. I prefer to avoid that. Let's see what he does. Bone chill. So he's bone chilling now. Okay. I'm not too impressed with Balthazar this round, I have to say. Let's go and take an attack of opportunity. And then the condition, the apostate defender gets the reeling condition, and that triggers the diadem. It's just such a good item, Jesus. Okay, let's try this out. And this time I'm not going to go to myself. I'm not going to go up there, but I am going to stay in this. Oh wait, that was the wrong position. Annoying. Yeah. That was very annoying. There we go. Lathander's Light is not really doing the work right now. Normally, the blind component is very, very effective. I am going to have to protect that Earth Elemental quite a bit. And now he's blinding me, which... and I'm backlashing him. So the bone chill on the Earth Elemental. Yeah. I am going to stay up here, but I think I am going to take very defensive measures to keep the Earth Elemental in the game. Probably running back outside of range. If Balthazar insists on going for it, there's nothing I can do about that. All in all, this is a very unproblematic encounter, and it does give extra XP actually, if you want to min-max. Okay, let's just quickly see, is the diadem online? Diadem is online. And the resistance from the spectral aspect does not cover the Eldritch Blast, so I feel fairly secure that we can do this. Yes, it is out. Okay. So now it's the cleanup and then on to Moonrise. Okay. Don't know if I need to loot these guys. Probably that's a bit of a waste of time, so let's not do that. Yeah, that's the fight. Like, all I can say is that this fight is, if you have a respectable armor class, if you position yourselves in a proper way, I think this is easier with a solo rather than a full party, because the cloud kill is just devastating. And if you get into a position where you just cloud killed and you can't move and your party's dying and some are getting pushed off the arena, and it just happens, you get into a fight situation that seems much more difficult than it really has to be. This is not a particularly hard fight, and it does give a lot of XP. Just going to loot Balthazar. Don't think I'm going to be using his reward, or his headpiece rather. I think the animate dead is destroyed once you take off the helm, and the helm slot is too valuable. Let us talk to the Night Song.
Free me, and I will forgive your transgressions. Generous, don't you think?
The Spear of Night could be meant to sacrifice the Night Song. But are you the one supposed to wield it?
Yes.
No questions asked. Let's go.
Silver, hear me. She who guides the Moon Maiden Selûne, mother of the so-called Night Song. The Night Song is no more! It is your turn, my friend. You have done what we feared was impossible. You have released me from a century of sorrow. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the Moon Maiden will provide. Thus I have said. Thus will it be so. Are you ready? To kill Kethric Thorn.
Okay. I mean, the folk hero has so many inspirations. Like I forgot to cash in the Volo inspiration. It's just like, yeah, and I need the inspiration when I talk to Kethric, right? And then when I go to Myrkul, because the way that I do it, I want to make sure that I don't fight Kethric before Myrkul. That's my absolute preference when dealing with this. Situation. All right, so now all that's left is pretty much to go to, I don't know, I don't think there's anything you need to do before this point. You're locked in Act 2. I mean, at the Baldur's Gate, we have the very, very dangerous Githyanki patrol that I need to remember. Do not go here. Probably that's the wrong thing to write. Githyanki Death Squad. And I'm not planning on fighting these guys if I can help it, honestly. I'm planning to do some other things, but I don't want to fight these guys. At this point, for me, I don't see how this is going to be necessary. Right, but everything else is pretty much done. So I am going to hop into the Moonrise Towers waypoint. And just a very, very brief, like, oh, the update is now ready. I don't want to be doing that right now. I want to finish this bit, and then we'll see what happens to the update. Very exciting news. But I am going to finish the stream here before I start updating my game. Anyways, we're heading into the Moonrise Towers assault. A bit of information. I didn't murder Hobo. I cleared out the prison, killed the warden. I killed Z'rell. I did kill Z'rell. And perhaps just a few guards in there. And I went to the top of the tower and I killed all of the necromites helping out Kethric, because that bit is just too scary for me already with all of the other things going on. And Kethric with his legion stuff where he resurrects into necromites is just, it's very resource consuming, and so that hasn't been done. But outside of that, we're going to be facing a lot of the zealots in there. So I'm very curious to see what that's going to mean. I think for the sake of safety, I'm just going to leave out. We need to loot these guys. I forget some have tadpoles. I'm just going to quickly do so. Probably. Wyll is just not a packing mule. Just want to check one thing with this item. Okay, this is just shit. I'm sending all of this stuff back to camp. Just be extremely careful, because I don't want my Earth Elemental to die prior to going into any kind of important fight, because I don't have any other spell slots available. I was contemplating if I wanted to compromise the rule set that I have and maybe out of combat heal, so that, for instance, the Earth Elemental would get to full HP, but that is probably going to be on a different time. All right, let's go.
Unshackled from shadows, she will rise in moonlit glory and carve a path of brightness to the accursed one's second death. So saith the wise Alondo. That beacon of angelic wrath has taken the fight to Kethric on the rooftop. In the first line of defense are dead. But storming the tower won't be easy, and if we wait too long, Kethric will gather his strength and retaliate. For now, though, he's on the back foot for the first time since he returned from the grave. This is it. The spearhead moment. You brought us this far. So how shall we proceed? A sound strategy. Once it's done, me and my harpers will hold the ground floor while you hunt down the general himself. Floric left some of her flaming fist. They'll scout the prisons and the barracks below to ensure we're not taken by surprise. Say the word.
I wonder what kind of instructions that these foot soldiers had, like, okay guys, so your job is going to go into the prisons and secure the prisons. It's like nobody told them this is a death sentence. They just went in, like, pretty much the most dangerous place to be on the entire Sword Coast. This. Let's do this. So I'm not, no, can I take her into my party? I forget what I normally want to do here. I think not. Let's do this. Let's just, she'll probably just die some awful way, but it is what it is. Let's go.
In this light, there will be victory. In this light, we will avenge the fallen!
So the devil side, hopefully the devil side is going to help me out with piercing the hunger of Hader. I'm really worried that I'm going to be unable to see anything, so I can't hit anything. And like my Earth Elemental, the plan was to put that into the fight and go to the rafters and try to harass the archers up there. And that is, I am a little bit uncertain if that is the right move right here because of the very low HP. I wish there was just like a, you know, full health source here. Okay, let's loot these guys. That's the one. Malik has, he has one.
A word, if I may.
It, the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
Okay. Just looking for food. Okay. There's some.
Lady.
Okay. I don't think that there are any. I don't know if Sereni. No, she doesn't have. I don't think Len has tadpole. No. No more tadpoles. Okay. Alright. So I don't think there's anything for this fight. This is a very long time since I did this with just a common assault. So that means I'm just going to sneak in a little bit. I'm not going to precast anything. The emergency plan that I was thinking about was getting to this ledge right here, climbing up the ladder, going to this position. Okay, this is very difficult for me to see right now, but up here, going to this position and enter into one of the rooms where I should earlier have unlocked the doors. Can't really get to see that. It would be nice to just science that bit out, but simply going up and in that way bypassing some of the content. I do think I need to kill at least some of the stuff down here to get to that fabled level 10 that I want for the final fight. I am going to clear out the necrotic laboratory because I need the various buffs down there. So there's that. But like, let's go in and see what happens here. Right now, I'm just picking up stuff because I'm trying to stall. Okay, just need to make sure I have the right items on here. So the ring of jumping. I don't want to be positioning Wyll on the rafters or anywhere else, because I'm really worried that some of the adepts down there are going to be casting Guiding Bolt on him while he's up there. And the Guiding Bolt spell is just very, very, very dangerous. So I don't want to get into that too much. I just need to check if there is anything that I want for this fight. I don't think there's no control spells. Concentrating, deal an additional 1d4 psychic damage. That could be useful, but then the 1d4 is approximately the same as the Callous Glow Ring, so that doesn't make a big deal of sense. Do I want to change up my amulet? Probably not. It's still the same problematic for me as in the prior fight. I think I'm just gonna go in with this pretty much and see what happens. Although, yeah, where did I put that ring? Where did that ring go? Maybe I didn't even pick it up. So I could go and pick that ring up. I don't know if I can actually leave Moonrise. I'm not sure. Maybe I can leave Moonrise, but I'm not sure that it's going to make that big of a difference because it's still like, yeah, if I wanted to really push to the limit and push Wyll all the way up to the rafters and go up there and deal with things, it would be great to have him up there. If he doesn't die, if he doesn't fall. Some of them throw void bulbs and shit. Like, it's too dangerous to even consider going up there. And I want to stay back and let all of the harbors and the rest of the fists die, I think, while I'm trying to kill as much as possible. And then possibly I want to kite out. Let me just check the lighting. The lighting is, and maybe this is because of the Lathander. No. I mean, I can turn off the lights here, but I'm worried that still, no, it's probably, this is because the candles are on, so we can go and turn off the candles, put them out, and then we'll be fine. But like at this point, I'm going to be helped, if I remember correctly, by the gnolls. That's part of the idea. And this is basically what I'm facing before the reinforcement. So let's head in. Let's just see what happens. Is this just zealots, or are there even any adepts? It doesn't look like it, does it? Okay. So the Earth Elemental is just going to take a breather here, and we're going to start the fight. Let's see if we can't kickstart the fight. Oh, and now, here we go. Fight is on. I know I'm positioning myself right here. Oh shit. That was what I didn't want to do. Because Foreg is now on the forefront, right? This is probably the guy that's going to give me the most trouble here, is what I'm thinking. The adepts are basically the control factors at this point. And then we have the rafters. And now the fists. Yeah, you can just see that cloud kill landing in a moment. Okay, right, here's the turn. And now I have my action. So do I want to kill the ogre? I don't think I want to do that. I don't think it provides any value. I think I want to attempt to attack the... Oh, can I attack the rafters though? That could be beneficial. I think I could spare a little bit of movement to just check. See, this is potentially, I think, a better move. Let's see what happens here. Did I just take out two of them? See this? I think this was probably a better move. But let's see what happens. I need to move somewhere where the Hunger of Hela is not going to hit me. Like where is he going to drop it? Like you just don't know. Probably I want it, if I can get it up here, that's better than having it down here. There it is. Yeah. So even if she dies, it is what it is. The concentration is good, and the HP is... I'm resisting. I'm taking the... Oh, I'm taking the cold damage before the potent ropes kick in. That was a pleasant surprise. So do I want to save Jaheira? You know, probably not. And she has a turn, so I want to be spending my... Why am I unable to see through the magical darkness here? I'm assuming that the blind condition is imposed by the darkness spell. So what I don't understand is how I'm unable to see through the Hunger of Hadar at this point. Because in principle it's a darkness spell with added effects. That's very, very annoying. Like, do I want to go in there? I definitely don't want to go in there. This is just like stupidly dangerous. Can I position myself over here? Let's see. Why doesn't it show me where the... It should show me where the Hunger of Hadar is, right? It doesn't. This is the worst possible position to put that stuff. Who is concentrating on it? It is... Oh, it's added for it right here. I don't want to go down here because that's where all the zealots are. And that is not going to be a lot of fun. And I want to keep my protection from evil and good at this point because I want it against Kethric. So I probably am going to let a lot of these guys die to preserve myself. Just want to check one thing. If linking to the rafters, the misty stepping to the rafters is a potential. It's not, and that's again because I'm blocked from doing anything. Thank you, game. It requires me to go there. I just can't see anything through these shadows. So could I even force tunnel? So the force tunnel appears to allow me to bypass this shadow. So in principle I could use the force tunnel to avoid the shenanigans. I don't know where is the so if I go behind enemy lines, I'm not going to be able to hit him, right? Because the ogre is in the middle. This is just a shit show situation, I have to say. If I go down here and I spent those, I don't know, 2-3 meters for the move, and I step out of the spell here, and I shoot Forek and gets that one removed, he's still going to be casting another spell next turn. You know what? You know what? This is just not worth it. So fucking annoying. Pardon my language. So magic missile. It's not even. And I don't think I want to spend a spell slot. I want those spell slots to renew my to cast Armor of Agathis and something else. If I go out, how much damage is that spell going to cause? Apologies for the analysis paralysis here. It's just getting close to the sellers is an absolute no-go. Adept Dorigal has another Hunger of Hadar in his pocket that he's going to renew on everything, which is just going to repeat the process here. Yes, Critique, thank you very much for that comment. And this is exactly why I wanted the fight. Although I did kill Z'rell, which would have made everything a lot worse if she had been casting her black hole there. So that is definitely the baby version of this fight. But still, yes, it is obviously very awful. So I don't know if I just want to... You know, I'm not so worried about fighting these guys in general, but I think I am going to try and take the coward's way out for now. And simply try to see if I can't get out of this. Not even sure that's a possibility. And then the Earth Elemental, of course, is getting into the fight. Maybe that can prove beneficial. Let's see what happens. So, Jaheira, I expect you to go down with a bang, but like, god damn it. Thank you for that hero move. That was an incredible move right there. And now these guys are just going to town. Oh my god. They are just going to town. There's the Guardian. This is a little bit stupid. I don't want to waste my time on the... Can I hit any of these guys? None of them. Yeah, so probably, so Blackest, the item that I need for this specific fight is the Everside ring. So it has a purpose, even with the Devil's Side. This is fantastic. Now I know the Devil's Side ring is needed for this specific encounter if you want to do it, because the amount of damage that I lost just over these 2 turns is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So all of these guys are now almost dead. The Zealots down here. I'm going to try to drain the spell slots out of the adepts, and then hopefully, probably I'll be going to the rafters or some such if I need to. It's let's see. So the Hunger of Hadar is basically blocking me. All I can do is attacking this guy, and I don't know if he's going to retaliate. Is he? No, he's not. That's something. Bam! Alright. F you, man. That the game is back. Is the game back? Okay, so the stream looks to be back. Just going to check on It looks like it's back. We back. Okay. Let's continue into this shit show of a fight. I hope to do Kethric as well. Let's see what the situation is once I'm done with this this encounter here. All right. Okay, so I still can't see anything, right? And my Earth Elemental is still too valuable to just randomly sacrifice. I can't go to the rafters. So I'm going to keep Mr. Earth Elemental a little bit out of the fight still. And hope for the clearing. And there was the Guiding Bolt, Backlashing. And he's upcasting that to level 3, so that's great. Let's see. I can hit the friendlies for extra XP, but I don't think that I want to. Oh, there is a clearing in through the clearing. Shoot. That was a hit. And I'm not inside of the cloud. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's interrupted. But no, it's a... Okay, I can just shoot, I guess. Okay. I'm just happy that, like, I'm not facing the reinforcements. Well, is that the situation? Oh, both Dorical and Kethric has both their has Hunger of Hate Out, Hungers of Hate Out. So it's like it's double up on the Hunger of Hate Out. And this is just the one fight where I don't want to jump into the middle of things. Yeah, the ice patch is absolutely fungus. Wow, how many? What was that? 3 attacks? Oh, that was Bryn. That was Bryn attacking. War God's Blessing. All right, perfect. Yeah, great job, guys. Bryn with an attack there. 16 radiant. Yoga with 2 hits. Those guys are just no fun. Like no fun. And there is a Guiding Bolt. There was the Hunger of Hate broken. One of them at least. So I can manage to. Does that bring me into the? That brings me into the middle. No thanks. No thanks. This looks to be the smartest move here. Fingers crossed. Okay, Everside ring for sure next time. Can I cheat the hunger in any way? Ah, this is a shit spell. Can't do that. There we go. Hero shot. It looks a little bit like the good guys are looking at their final turn here. I have no idea where the gnolls are. I swear to God I freed them. I did not... Or maybe I failed and they killed themselves, or I killed them, or something else. I don't know where they are. Maybe it is because I didn't trigger them. Maybe I need to go into the room to trigger them. Who knows? Maybe they'll show up at the end and fight me as well. We'll never know. We'll have to see about that. But the gnolls should have joined long ago. So the Guiding Bolt... And this is 4x, so I'm not going to backlash this one. Okay, but the guys are almost dead. I mean, what we're looking at here is a very bad situation.
I found my mark.
Can I actually attack Lanta? Oh wait, now there is an opening. How in the world did I miss Lantern? Oh, critical 1. Okay, fair enough. So now I don't know how far I want to be. We'll have to see. I need that one round right now, I feel. Just one round. And now there is the guiding bolt. That's not good. And here the final hit. There she is. And now, okay. So at this point, probably I'm going to, let's see, can I get up here? Let's play hide and seek with them. This guy can hit me. What the hell? Oh, it's just... Okay. I mean, if he can hit me... Okay, crossing my fingers here. Lantarv is just, you know, he's just feasting on those healing potions. Yeah, that's a good move, Dorical. Good job, man. Yeah, I mean, you just want to get that Guardian of Faith down ASAP. Absolutely critical. Just get it down. Just make sure that it's on the ground. Then we're good to go. He's covering the exits. Yeah. Nobody can leave, like, in the name of the absolute. So this was the idea that I actually wanted to do this. I wanted to go up here, and then I wanted to enter into the room and then go into Kethric. That was my kind of my backup plan if everything else failed. I just need to check the EXP 5,600. It looks okay. It looks okay. There are, you know, bits of XP that I can go and collect even before Kethric if I feel a little bit too on the edge XP wise. Right, so the spell there helped me out. Okay, so let's see. How far do I need to go in order to hit this guy? This is like already, but then can I kill him? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Sure. Or maybe not, because I don't have the... Okay. This is going to be very, very interesting. Do I want to shoot him? No. Do I want to Blade Ward? Yes. Oh yeah, maybe she'll join the fight, but probably unlikely. We'll see. But it's true, like right now the Hunger of Hadar is actually helping me out, and he's using his dash. He's probably jumping now. Oh, he doesn't have enough movement. Okay. And let's just see. So Kimmerl is down there, not dangerous. Dorical is over here, not dangerous. Lantarv is not dangerous. And so that leaves... Oh, Quartermaster Tali is in the fight. Yeah, okay. You know, let's just leave the work to Tali. Okay. So, right. So let's just go and. Thank you, Lantarv. You served me well. But yeah, maybe Tali is like, she's casting some, I don't know, level 9 spells. We'll see. Okay, straight into the hunger. Okay, great job there. Kimmerl, no. Oracle. And then let's hope for no insane seriously, like Jaheira Jaheira walked into the middle of everything, cast Ice Storm on herself, leaving a puddle of ice that seems to never go away. Oh shit. You know, I was a little bit too confident too early. Here are the first reinforcements already. Let's go and see. Oh yeah, the abjuration. Jesus, mother effing. Okay, I need to get the Earth Elemental down. This is just... There's the Guiding Bolt, so do I want to... Yeah, definitely want to Sonic Backlash that. Oh, Jesus, look at her. Tally, tally, tally. I don't think there's going to be anybody to celebrate with after this. What do we have left? This is basically like the Zealot. This is the guy who we want to look out for. So let's see if we can't... Okay. Still not quite ready for this. Oh, he can attack me. Oh, he dashes. Oh, thank God. And then he prones or what? No, he just stops there. Okay. Alright, so I think I am going to go for the Zealot here. Or am I? Maybe? What was the result? Double critical. Okay. No complaints here. Yeah, worst traitor. Like, you would expect that tally. Like, when you think about how dangerous... What is he doing? What are you doing, man? What is he doing? Stop, Munish. Oh, thank you. He wasn't doing anything. He was contemplating for a very, very long time, which I wasn't appreciating. Okay. So if I want to go... This is an okay position. Come on. What? You know what? No thanks. Oh, he's going to be in range to attack the... Don't want to do that. I'm going to be taking one of those very, very nasty nasty guiding bolts in a sec. Yeah, I don't think that can really be helped. That would be doing this. Yeah, this is the move. Come on, Earth Elemental.
Finding my way.
Okay, so that was the end of that fight. Like, Everside Ring is definitely a pretty good option for this if you plan on doing this fight at all, because like that would have saved me so much heartache. Being able to shoot through that cloud of darkness would just be, that would have been the thing. Okay, I'm just gonna loot everybody, probably a couple of tadpoles. So. And then we'll see if the gnolls decide to join the fight. Which I wouldn't be super surprised if they showed up. Pretty strong scroll drops right there. Sunbeam scroll and chain lightning scrolls. Probably keep these just for the fun of it. And land hard. Also dropping a bit of action here. Just sending that back. And now I don't know if more stuff is going to spawn. I absolutely forgot how this works. If I'll be facing like another round of cultists in a sec, or if I can safely go to either the basement to fight some of the skeletons down there, which I'm very heavily considering actually to do. And then the Fable +1 shield also, just picking that one up. 24 AC. Just keeping it for now. Okay. But like, I am worried that right inside we're going to have more of these guys. Probably not. But let's just go and check the gnolls. What the holdup is. They're having breakfast or something. What is this? Oh, this is... Okay, so she's dead though, but no gnolls. Alright, whatever. Okay, going to Kethric then. And I have not planned out the Kethric fight at all. Like, so I have really no idea what's going to happen here. Right now, just hoping for an easy ride. And now also Jaheira is not fighting with me. So there's that. Who's sleeping? Oh, that's the cat. Okay. Don't want to be bothered by that. Yeah, and everything is dead up here. Oh, okay. Just one moment here. So at 4,733, do I want to go down? I want to go below because there are harpers down, or sorry, fists down there that's going to help me. And it's the skeletons are XP. I don't have to go and fight. I can just take the XP that's easy and leave. I don't feel like this is the situation where I'm being dishonest to myself for not doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and harvest a little bit of XP from the basement here. And probably what I need for this is a bit of initiative, I think, with the sentinel shield. And illuminated, I don't know what I'm going to need. The skeletons are not that dangerous. So probably just I don't know what this is. This is an irrelevant detail, but I do need to quickly check that I have the light spell on the mace. I do. Okay. So heading down there. Although the Earth Elemental is going to be a little bit disadvantaged here, but we'll have to see. It's in that position, which is pretty good. Okay. Let's see. So, I mean, I could hurt. I don't mind, you know. Go and spend time resurrecting your friends. And that's 75 XP per pop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Yeah, that's definitely worth it for sure. And then I don't know. Also, none of the fists are alive. That's a potential problem. Where are? Okay, so these guys are all the way down here. I think I'm going to have to flee this battle. So like I don't know how far the fireball range is. I simply forget. I don't mind them attacking me, but I don't want them killing the Earth Elemental. I'm going to stay here. Probably this is going to be a bit of a coward move. I'm not going to go down there and fight the fireball mistresses. Not a chance. Not a chance. I have no idea what their behavior is, so I'm just going to go up here, use this, and run away. Probably if they kill this guy, I'm going to give them half a round, and then I'll escape, and then I'll run for it. Okay, they're going for me. That's very, very lucky. Not that one. This is just too much. I mean, if I had spells or something that I wanted to use and could use here, that would be fine. But since Mr. Earth Elemental is going to die from this, I'm not a big fan. Well, let's see. Critical miss. What is my XP? I have enough. I'm leaving. Let's go, Kethric. This is just not worth it for sure. Not worth it. Alright, let's go. And I'm actually wondering, like, Kethric is a pretty dangerous guy. So, like, I don't want him hitting me. And I really hope that I killed his dog. And I think I might only have time for the Kethric encounter, and then I need to go. Let's see what happens here. So, is there anything I want to prepare for this fight in particular? I'm wondering if I can reverb him to death. I'm wondering if I can reverb him like a madman. Just all sources of available reverb to just prone him to the ground. I think it's worth trying. And I wonder about the initiative. I think I should keep it this way. Let's go. I just need to consider, like, the one thing is that I would normally use my guidance for the check.
What have you done?
But probably not, because I want to keep
What
concentration
have you done to
of
me?
protection from evil and good for as long as I humanly can. All right. Intimidation check +7, persuasion check with the favorable beginnings. Let's go. It's also, that's an easy check.
There is no redemption, can't you see? It is too late. If Melodia could see all I've
And so
done,
apparently there is a way
She'd
to
know
lower
her husband
Merkel's
died
statistics
long ago
by a
with
buttload
Isabel.
by
Unlike
debuffing
Isabel,
Kethric with the ability drain, and then once he
will not be
goes
brought back.
into the Illithid Mind Flayer colony and you meet him down there, and you know, whatever way you bring him down, you talk him down, you kill him before Merkel, the stats that the ability drain put on him from this fight is going to carry over, with the exception of the reverb. So if you reverb him after debuffing him with the ability drain, the reverb is going to make a clean slate and give him all his stats back. So an easy way to deal with Merkel is to remove his stats in this fight. But I'm not going to do this.
I wish it could be so.
Also, I don't even know how I would do that
But the
in a good way.
moon did not intervene when my
I'm too
life
worried,
was
honestly. I just want to get him down here.
by piece. And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything. Everything. We are copper pieces in their belts. Tokens to be traded for scraps. You have beaten me, true soul. But the gods beat me first.
Kethric Thor!
Aelin.
Rise, you dog. Retribution has come, and her sword is my sword.
Your word's as good as mine, it seems. Very well. It was destined to come to this. The power I've accrued, the enemies I've cowed, return to me at last. Return to me for the final time. You have one last chance to bow. Once it's gone, I'll have no choice but to destroy you both. Do you hear? Bow! The prism? You've had it all this time, you worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
So the 8 initiative, and he has... Oh, I didn't see his initiative, but it's more than the 3 that she rolled. So currently, probably, he's going to jump, I guess, to her, and then we'll have the fight in the middle, I'm guessing. At this point, Earth Elemental doesn't have it too well. I'm thinking like 1%. 22 AC. And what it doesn't matter how I do this. This is just going to be like a shit show regardless. Question is, do I want to use the haste here? protection from good and evil is not going to do me any good. I'm guessing anyway. 19 AC because I dropped some of my stuff. I do need to play this extremely defensively. I have Blade Ward here. He has the Horde Strike, if I remember correctly. And he can spawn friends. Legions of Bone. Even wonder, like if I think the problem is the line of sight. Could consider Shield of Thralling Dame Aelin. If I could give her any kind of buff. I'm worried that the haste spell is going to be necessary for this fight. 218 AC. He's not going to reach me this turn. And I should be getting this spell back after taking the Illithid part. That is my assumption. I have no idea if he has any reactions. I'm just going to go to a defensive position. There's the jump. Okay, that was still a very big hit. Wow. Okay. Probably I need to go and prone Kethric here, or, well, rather, attempt the prone. There it is. And then we'll see. Okay, that was a very brief fight, and so perhaps the haste spell was a little bit over the top there. But like I was just worried. Like suddenly you're not hitting, suddenly he's hitting you, and then the shit show starts. So I didn't want that to happen.
Isabel. Tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
Okay. Right. So probably Merkel is not happening today. Wait. Oh, that does not matter. Because I need to go, so I will probably head into the Mind Flayer colony and just check things out, and then get to work on the rest of the get to work on the rest of the Act 2 session next time. Right, let's just see. I think all that's left is to head into the Mind Flayer colony at this point. I don't think there's anything left to do. I can go outside of the outside of the tower, but like to no real value. Will just be me and my happy Earth Elemental will be jumping in here, and I'm just hoping to God that I can keep him alive.
Back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
And now we're also in the rejuvenating miasma, so at this point I can actually summon an undead, which I'm expecting that my haste spell is going to come back when I talk to the pod, and for that reason I'm also going to cast my my spell here from my Pact of the Tome, and I think it's probably going to be a skeleton, because I don't think that undeads can resurrect on undeads. Outside of maybe on the Illithid Devourers, but like, do I want to do that? Probably not. I'm just gonna make a skeleton here. He does have provide value after all, and so for that reason I should also summon the Quasit. And then at this point I'm not going to be spending any spell slots until I know for sure what I need it for. Because there is the resummoning of the Conjure Elemental, which I need, which I need one, well, depending on if it lives. And then the Armor of Agathis, which I think I want for this fight. It's not 100% certain, but like, I think I want. So I'm keeping that spell slot in reserve there. And I probably need to go at some point at which I need to close down the stream and do the Merkle fight, either later today or tomorrow.
We are
probably.
very close to the source of the absolute now.
Let's just see.
Storm has become a
The
tempest.
140 XP per Intellect Devourer. It's a very, very fearsome opponent. Actually, on second thought, I need to make a quick call before I proceed with this. Alright, just taking a couple of more stabs at clearing this colony here. Right. Just interested in seeing the XP. So 4,000 XP needed, like, so that's hopefully that's that should be enough. I've done this before. I'm just hoping that I'm not miscalculating. That was a very low hit there. That was 1d6 wise. Oh, there is no arcane synergy. That's the reason. Okay. And guys, I apologize, but this is not the time for you to shine. I think I want you to stay back, actually. Like something they can add to this in the patch 7. Like I have no idea what I didn't read the patch notes, obviously, but what I'm hoping is, why are the intellect devourers not a little bit more fearsome? I mean, they could be a little bit more dangerous, right? So I actually lost my... Oh yeah, I cast the haste spell. Got it. $16. Oh yeah, that's because I'm level 9. Yeah, there we go. So the fiend has the ability to, every time it kills something, it regains an amount of temporary hit points dependent on the level combined with the charisma modifier. And my level is level 9. My charisma modifier is +7 at the moment. So that brings me to 16 hit points. And then the very, very unfortunate mechanic, which I'm going to bitch about at great length, is that the potent robes overrides the temporary hit points. So in the fight, the temporary hit points of the fiend background should be overridden by the potent robes. So obviously, if you can have like 16 or 17 hit points, or you can have 7 hit points from the well-liked and well-fortified ability of the potent robes, you choose the former. But that hasn't been how the game has worked up until this point. And I just want to kill everything. Wait. And I still forget to send my things home. Guys, you're too valuable. Too valuable. And these are all like 140 XP. Chop, I think, is the same. So that's 6. So that's 5 times 140. That's 700 XP. So the numbers add up, and then we have the necrotic laboratory, which is mandatory for me because I want to go there and get that buff there, the permanent intellect advantage. And I'm assuming that that Larian kind of wants you to be around at least level 8 down here, and the gigantic XP boost that you get, I think, is supposed to bring you closer to 9. I'm not sure that they balance-wise, I think that level 10 is required for this. Like the Earth Elemental is... All the Earth Elemental is out of the fight. I'm just confused. And the last one is down there. Okay. In this part of the game, like every fraction of my being is nervous of fucking something up. Because I've been there before. Right. So I'm going to leave all of the guys hanging out here until you need it. And then I need to be very careful that I equip the 3-action ring in a moment when I need to go and fight in the necrotic laboratory where the paralyze takes place. And that is probably at this point going to be a bit of a shit show where normally I would cast a firewall or something else to deal with it in a good way, good fashion. We'll have to see. Okay, I'm talking to us.
They wish to repurpose us. Oh.
Found the helm. And before I forget to change the gloves, I will. There we go. And then summon us. Yes, please.
At a time. $140, like I will definitely, I don't even need to do the horrible absolutist encounter, which I absolutely detest. I can avoid that, I think, just by killing these guys. Let's see. Okay, so just one guy left. I think I actually managed to already kill Z'rell, so I can even just kill these.
Mind flayers and civilians.
There are
Side
3 of
by
those,
side.
okay.
This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
So the 6,000 XP that I was kind of calculating that I need before entering the Illithid Mind colony, I think is relatively easily obtained down here, like approximately 6,000. If you go slightly below, around 5,500, I think you're good. You don't need to kill everything in the game if you're good with level 10. Let's go and save Minthara. I think that's also a bit of XP. I'm not that dependent on the special reward that she has for me because it's just too expensive for me to lose my my weapon to summon the champion. The champion is not a very strong summon. Had this been like the angelic version, that would have been a lot stronger. Okay, Mizora. Examine the device on the left. Oh, this is the one where you need to...
You decipher the symbol. It's an Illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
So that is probably the unleash, right?
You did all right.
There we go.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you.
Not a single reward. I don't care about the result here. Let's just go. Oh well. Blade of the Frontiers. No added experience, but the questionable Infernal Rapier for the Campion. Like, the weapon itself is great, it's fantastic for all kinds of reasons, but like the planar ally Campion is just not a very strong ally. I could actually consider using it for the Necrotic Laboratory as cannon fodder if I'm not going to use it for that other thing. Just going to check here. This is the place I'm not going to go this run. So now I need 2,000, approximately 2,000 XP. So I'm just going to go and click the right button, I think, here. Let's just see if I can't avoid fucking this one up here. Let's go.
Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet Illithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
And obviously, Wyll, as Blade of Frontiers, obviously is going to purge them.
Screams,
that is
psychic agony, terror, then
that is his
nothing.
Reason to live, reason to be. Let's see what XP. Oh, so that's a 790. Maybe that's because I didn't get to kill Z'rell. I think that gives a little bit extra XP. All right, let's check. So we're at 1,000, almost 1,100. Basically, I need to do one last fight to get to level 10, and that is probably going to be the Necrotic Laboratory. I think that's all that we have left at this point. A couple of Devourers. Actually, I think, yeah, there are two more down here, if I remember correctly. Is this the... This is the laboratory. Okay, so one moment. Let's see, it's a little bit annoying. I think I'm going to be almost getting to level 10 before the necrotic laboratory, and like having that extra level at the laboratory would have been fantastic. But probably I'm going to have to play that a little bit cowardly, I think. Okay, and there we have the restoration part, which I'm hoping is going to save me. Okay. So I'm lacking 600 XP. Okay. So at this point, any tips, any contributions from anybody watching this? If there are anybody watching it, obviously, more than welcome. Like, my general experience with dealing with the necrotic laboratory is that it's a combination of a shit show, keeping the monsters that I'm fighting down while trying to get to the guy who I need to kill. And obviously it's also a question about how much damage are you going to be able to deal, how are you going to set up the fight, and all those kinds of things. In my situation, I don't have a particularly strong Nova build. I just have generally very strong Eldritch blasting build, which of course works very well. However, there is that surprise element or bit that I am going to be. You know what? Probably I want to summon that champion for this. Because I don't want to be spending other resources. I also have the incandescent staff, which can add a fireball to the mix. That's also kind of interesting. If I add this one in, I can summon a champion, which is... And there are a couple of problems for me. One of my issues here is that I need the champion is in and of itself. It is what it is. Like, my problem here is that upon starting the Merkle fight, I think with the setup that I'm running here, my best option is to go for a surprise round. I've been discussing and debating many different strategies for the fight, which could probably work, but what I want to go with is a very, very simple assault surprise strategy where I hop in, surprise the mind flayer with the Eldritch Blast, throwing it to the ground, shooting it 3 times with 3 blasts, getting the surprise round, talking down Merkle. And then once we get that going, you know, the fight proceeds as normal. The idea is to stack radiating orbs on Merkle to keep him unable to hit anything in melee. And then at that point, when we get into the fight, I want to probably relocate to the center platform in front of him, fight him there with a specific gear set up for that. And then the reason for this is, like, I'll get into that when I get to Merkle, but that's how I normally do it. So, like, I will be in his face. The planar ally champion is going to require Wyll to have the Infernal Rapier equipped, which is the whole problem here. If this was a simple summon that you could take out of the item and then switch to another item, that would be fine. Because by equipping this and not having the Hill Giant, club equipped, I'm going to be unable to actually go to the Mind Flayer. So the whole problem is, if I don't have that weapon, I cannot go to the Mind Flayer. And the reason for this is that I already used my jump spell from the ring for the Balthazar fight. So, and that's the situation. That's where we are. So I don't have any resources to get to the Mind Flayer and surprise it without the, as far as I can tell, without the Club of the Hill Giant Strength, which pretty much makes it. And now I'm getting a phone call. One sec. So for the sake of world peace, I'm worried that I need to take my considerations about clearing the chamber here, or the not the barracks rather, but the necrotic laboratory. I need to do that on my next session, because right now I need to prepare for some family stuff. So I think I actually don't have choice in terms of when to do this. I need to postpone this, and I need my friends here as well. But I am going to just make my decision on where to enter real quick, and then probably, I think maybe actually like drawing out where are they? Drawing them out is probably an interesting strategy. So if I can kind of draw out the undeads in a very aggressive manner, really separating them, I think that could be beneficial. But I'll have to get into that when I get a chance to get back. So thanks